Today's story is about the haunted Thornhaven Manor at Newcastle, Indiana. This manor was built in 1845 by Simon T. Powell, a very wealthy man, and it is huge. It has 4 staircases, 4 chimneys, and it covers approximately 6,000 square feet and sits on top of a hill. A few years after the Powells moved into the house, the youngest child born to Simon and his wife Elizabeth just suddenly died. She was only 2 years old and became the first person to pass away in the home. Then Simon T. Powell himself passed away in the comfort of his own home on October 5, 1901. But besides people naturally dying, the manor was also the site of a murder in 1906. The Baileys, who were living at the property at the time, were having breakfast one early morning when suddenly the wife and one of the daughters became very ill. The father, Reuben Bailey, also fell ill, but unlike the other two, he did not recover and died the same evening. It was later discovered that they had been poisoned by the family's son-in-law, Frank Thurman. He had added arsenic to the coffee in an attempt to kill Malitia Bailey, who he had allegedly assaulted. In an effort to cover up his crime, he tried to kill them all, but only the father died. Over the years, many people lived in the manor. Legend has it, though, that the last family that was there, whoever they were, just left one day with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Everything else was left behind, dishes on the table, clothes on the closet, as if they had lived in a hurry, as if there was something that scared them away. So, after they left somewhere around the 1970s, the once beautiful home was just completely abandoned, and it became overgrown with vegetation. That was until Stephen Miller fell in love with it and bought it in 2012. Stephen experienced something strange the very same day he toured the house to decide whether or not he wanted to buy it. He heard a door slam shut. The realtor kind of looked at him and just said, "It happens all the time," thinking it was just normal for an old house, deep about the house anyway. Once the house was his, he began cleaning up the mansion, and one day he was at the porch putting things into bags when he heard a very loud scream coming from inside the house. However, the house was supposed to be empty, yet he heard the scream again. Alarmed, he rushed inside, calling out to see if someone needed help. He searched from room to room, but found the house was completely empty. The only trace of a presence was a lingering scent of roses, like an old-fashioned perfume. It was then that Stephen truly realized something was off. Needing to know more, he invited a paranormal investigator. Once the investigator arrived at the manor, they were upstairs when suddenly they both clearly heard the sound of people walking and a door slamming downstairs. However, when they went to check, the place was empty. The paranormal activity inside the house seemed to be peaceful for most part. People walking, talking, children laughing and playing, along with bumps, thumps, and dragging sounds. They even heard music and the sound of crutches, which Simon Powell, the original owner, used to use because he had palsy. Once people heard about the manor being haunted, many visited the manor to experience the spirits rumored to inhabit it. In fact, a psychic once claimed that 47 spirits reside within its walls. As they explored the home, many visitors have reported a noticeable drop in temperature, feeling like it's getting colder and colder, which is often associated with a ghostly presence. Investigators have also reported sensation of being touched or their clothing being tugged. However, not all encounters in the manor are peaceful. Visitors have reported a creepy sensation of someone like breathing right next to them, and their EVP devices have captured sounds of people screaming, crying, and even voices demanding they leave the house. One of the visitors even encountered an incident where a rock was thrown right in front of her face, and other visitors have experienced physical symptoms such as headache, nausea, vomiting, or feel anxiety and anger. One night, a mother and a daughter refused to leave even after an entity demanded that they left. This was kind of seen as a defiance by this entity, and they were both attacked. Suddenly, they both felt this burning sensation running down their backs, which terrified them. They were so afraid that they ran out of the house. To everyone's disbelief, they saw marks on both of their backs. Other paranormal investigators have captured anomalies using SLS cameras. These cameras show a stick figure that appears around a person's body. However, when a stick figure is seen and there's not a physical person there, it is believed that a spirit or an entity is there. Multiple figures have been captured using this method inside the manor. In fact, on the show Ghost Brothers, they captured what looked like two figures fighting each other. Some claim these were Reuben Bailey, the man who was killed by the poison, and Frank Thorman, the alleged killer, who appeared to be fighting even after they died. The basement of the manor, which is larger than the house itself and very creepy, is rumored to contain a network of hidden rooms. These rooms, hidden behind walls 3 bricks thick, might have provided refuge to escaped slaves. And even through the thick walls, people can hear the distant sound of footsteps and hushed conversations. The floor of the basement is made out of dirt, and there's a well down there, and sometimes there's little puddles of water around. One night, a group of investigators was down there when they suddenly saw a footprint in one of the puddles, as if someone just walked through it, but there was no one there. Another person from another group in another day claimed that he was kicked in the kidney area. Throughout the house, there are multiple toys and dolls. Like you can see some of them like sitting in couches. I saw one in the stairs and like on top of a table, and they look very creepy. Some believe that the spirit of Lizzie, the 2-year-old daughter who died inside the house, likes playing with them. When Ghost Adventures filmed their episode at the manor, they brought a teddy bear equipped with REM pods, which detect changes in electromagnetic fields. And they placed it in a room where they believed Lizzie was present. And everybody was amazed when the bear started lighting up, like the hands, the mouth, everything was lighting up like a Christmas tree. Many have also claimed that the batteries in their electronic devices drained quickly, and some devices just shut down. And a few visitors claim that after they successfully captured footage at the manor, they took the video and they looked it up and it was there. Suddenly, when they tried to check it again, it was all gone. There are several pictures and videos taken at these manors that have shown unexplained shadows in the reflection of a window, or mysterious white mist or dark mist, a full body apparition of somebody walking in the servants' quarters, and a presence using thermal imaging. One night, a group of paranormal investigators named Amber, Debbie, Gabe, and Barb, they were at the drawing room in the first floor. Then Amber felt like something was touching her hair, and she felt the temperature just drop lower and lower. And her son Gabe just pointed the thermal gun imaging towards her, and to everyone's disbelief, a figure appeared outside the bay window. And this figure resembled a human face but appeared purple through the heat gun, showing no heat signature at all, as if it was not alive. And it seems like it was moving, like walking right outside the window. So they all went outside to see if there was something there, but there was nothing. To this day, this incident is considered one of the most astonishing pieces of evidence ever captured at Thornhaven Manor. The exterior of the property is another story on its own. Some claim that whatever lurks in there is actually evil. A group of people said that one night they were outside when they heard the leaves moving around, which, it could have been an animal, it was a night and it was outside. But they also heard like footsteps at the porch and felt a presence so evil, unlike anything they have experienced before. And in fact, they claim that the spirits inside the house are so afraid of this force that they want to keep it outside. Nevertheless, Thornhaven Manor still stands, looking run down and eerie, much like a haunted house from a horror movie. Would you stay there at night? Let me know in the comments.